So, as I was creating this piece of music that you're hearing right now for the Colour Maze at Sydney Festival, which was an immersive art space designed for children, I decided to call this piece Be Curious Children, because it got me thinking about what children can teach us about one of the aspects of the purpose of life. Right now, most children all around us are exploring the world with open hearts, showing us what it truly means to live with purpose. They're fearless in their curiosity, constantly learning, exploring, and creating with boundless energy. Most children approach life with an authenticity that many of us have forgotten. Unfiltered joy, raw excitement, and a deep sense of wonder. They get lost in the beauty of the smallest things. A fallen leaf, a cloud passing by, a puddle on the ground. For children, every day is a new adventure full of limitless possibilities. They don't just experience life, they feel it in its purest form, every emotion, every moment fully alive. Their souls are still connected to something deeper, something untainted by the world's expectations and limitations. And in that innocence, they teach us something incredibly valuable. The way most children live, fully immersed in every moment, shows us that one of the keys to the purpose of life is to be who we are in every moment, to be curious, to feel every emotion, and to embrace every experience with wonder. Yet as we grow older, this vibrant, real-life, colorful maze, this incredible world that God created for us, becomes something that we as adults lose interest in. Worse still, we lose that innate sense of wonder that we once had as children. But here's the question. Have you ever wondered why, as we grow older, we lose that sense of joy and wonder we felt as children? Whatever happened to that limitless curiosity and excitement? And what if it's still inside of us, waiting to be rediscovered? This is something that happened to me. When I was a child, I loved life. I was adventurous. I was always out playing with my friends, climbing a tree, riding my bike, riding my skateboard, having sleepovers, playing in the bush, swimming in the pool, swimming in creeks and rivers. I absolutely loved life no matter what bad things happened to me. I never lost my desire or curiosity for life. And slowly as I hit 13 and the teenage years rolled on, I became more lost, withdrawn, and depressed, and I turned to substances to make myself feel happy. So the question is, why do we lose that as we grow older, and how can we get that back? To answer these questions, we first need to start with our basic understanding of who we are. Most people believe that their real self is their physical body. Then you have some people who understand that we have a spirit body, without realizing there's a third part that makes up who we are, the human soul. This has been explored by some well-known philosophers such as Socrates and Plato, and they say some cool things about the human soul, but they don't really teach us much about the human soul. The most comprehensive information I've found on the human soul is from Divine Truth Teachings. According to Divine Truth Teachings, the human soul is different to the first two bodies. It is more like a fleshy robot for the soul to express itself in the world and become self-aware. It is the living, feeling, emotional, passionate heart of you. The soul has attributes and qualities like passion, desire, emotion, feelings, aspirations, intentions, free will, memory, personality, instinct, natural love, and energy. According to Divine Truth Teachings, my real emotional self, my soul, was born with instinctual qualities. My real emotional self is sensitive, aware, perceptive, insightful, expressive, animated, communicative, open, unrestrained, honest, truthful, sincere, frank, candid, blunt, and transparent, adventurous, courageous, daring, bold, creative, brave, audacious, curious, inquisitive, questioning, probing, searching, inquiring, and emotional, feeling, and sensing. Can you remember a time in your childhood where you naturally expressed one or more of these qualities? And if not, then or even now, have you ever stopped to ask yourself why? The truth is, God gave every human soul these qualities, and they are instinctual qualities we are all born with, waiting to be developed, nurtured, and expressed. Some children are able to express these qualities more freely because they haven't yet been overshadowed by fear, doubt, or the weight of societal expectations. But for others, often through no fault of their own, that connection begins to fade early. Whether through suppression, trauma, or the environments they're raised in, these children may start to lose touch with who they truly are far too soon. As we move through life, many of us grow to become increasingly disconnected from the qualities that once made us feel most alive: the fearless curiosity, the unfiltered joy, and the deep sense of wonder. Factors such as social conditioning, parental influence, rigid education systems, the economic system, and painful life experiences can lead to fear of judgment, a loss of play and creativity, the suppression of emotions. The more a child is suppressed, shamed, or misunderstood, the harder it can be to access these parts of themselves later in life. And without healing or going through an emotional process of feeling and releasing these traumas from our soul, this connection often deepens into adulthood, where performance, productivity, and survival take precedence over what really matters and what is loving for our soul. We begin to conform to societal expectations and lose touch with the soul qualities that we were born with. Over time, we suppress these qualities and we stop being expressive, unrestrained, and sensitive. So what can children teach us about one of the aspects of the purpose of life? Well, it's to live as our true selves, to be who we were created to be, to embrace and develop the qualities of curiosity, creativity, and play that we were born with. We can reconnect with that wonder and freedom that we had as children by choosing today to be curious, to be adventurous, to be questioning, and to develop all the beautiful and wonderful qualities that are already inside of us. It's about letting go of the adult facade that others and we have created and continue to act out in our life so that we can get closer to experiencing more of God's love, which is the real purpose of life. So what is God's love and how do I experience it? Well, I have another video that answers that question. You can check it out via the link in the description or up here on the screen. And as you've heard throughout this video, this piece of music that I created for the color maze, every note, every sound was inspired by the very essence of what it means to rediscover our sense of wonder and curiosity. So I hope you enjoyed the music and the story behind it. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Purpose Creator Project. If you enjoyed today's conversation, join me and support this podcast on Patreon at patreon.com/electronicsofficial. Remember, be curious and stay curious. Keep exploring, keep growing, and keep creating. Until next time.